Oh, hello. Hello there. I'm Quincy. Grace, nice to meet you. Likewise. What are you two up to? Looks like a whole lot of worrying. Waiting, mostly. Mind if I wait with you? No, not at all. Then let us wait together. Chapter 25, The Final Lullaby. We're just gonna keep going. I need to get people ready for places, but this is where we're at. Good morning, Grace. You're up early, couldn't sleep? Not really. I kept waking up every hour or so. Eventually, I just gave up, and when I heard you moving around down here, so I'd gladly accept your company while I clean. Thank you. Hey, they're back. We're back, Innkeeper. Welcome back, adventurers. You're practically beaming, Fable. It's just the sun. Have you been outside today? Good weather seemed antithetical to my worrying. Mind if I set my sword down, or will I just make you worry more? Please feel free. I'm hesitant to ask, but your smile seems to indicate there's good news to be told. Safe to say we'll have many more opportunities to try your drinks. Had everyone made it back safe and sound?
Yes. We're all okay. Actually, Hex and Voy are outside safe and loud.
We should probably put a stop to their antics soon. Voy might explode for real if Hex keeps up his teasing. Innkeeper, I'll go. No need to wait around any longer. Thank you. Someone has to go to poor Voy's rescue. Someone who's already given Hex a taste of his own medicine? Perhaps. For now, I just want to tackle my brother into a hug. So glad to see you all safe, everyone. Let's catch up later. I believe victory drinks are in order. Perhaps later when we've calmed down a bit more. I'll wait until the feast. Feast? I think that's what people do after saving the world. Now, we gotta celebrate. Don't say you're pulling out, Innkeeper.
I'd appreciate a drink.
Anything in particular you're craving?
Something soft, please. Like a shield that protects you from harm, or a hug that makes you feel safe.
Got it. Give him a little snowy guy. I don't know if that feels like a hug exactly, but reminds me of good times. Bloop. Mighty drink for a mighty good friend.
And made by a mighty good innkeeper. This is just what I needed, thanks.
Alright, I believe it's time for my story. It'll be the best one you've heard from me yet. Our tale begins not so far from here, in the capital, with the other group. They're safe. The roots and the people. Archie got his fancy diplomat friend to get help from the local government with the evacuating. Sounded like they got everyone out real quick. Then all was left was kicking some undead arse. Kyle said they had a lot of help too, like he and Countess Evelyn decimated a whole section of the undead army all by themselves. The Banshee and the Mary Morgan answered Baya's call and scared some of the skeletons into dust. Powerful wizard and a bunch of familiars and former familiars showed up with claws and fire at the ready. Scully convinced the Everbloom Archives bleak stalkers to come to our aid. And after they heard about Tia, they were furious. Even Neil's parents showed up with a group of retired adventurers from Borkham. Uncle Dragon came by and helped too, together with a werewolf settlement from the Ashen Grove. Was glad to hear the old fool still got some guts in him. Sounds eventful, but the team won? They won!
Not to toot our own horn, but so did we.
It was exhilarating and exhausting. Grace managed to teleport us where we needed to go.
The Astral Sea was unlike any I'd ever seen before. Tia had told me so much about it, but that didn't prepare me for how mesmerizing it was.
On one side, there were sprawling nebulas of Cassiopeia, and on the other, a portal of swirling dark blood leading back to the aperture. Below our feet, the ancient blood of the first vampire stained a river of the astral sea a deep red. It would lead us directly to Quasar, and an undead Tia. But the water was too deep for us to wade through. And there weren't exactly any boats around. So Clay called out some humpback whale for help. Showed up in a shower of stardust and allowed us to ride on its back. Once we got closer, we didn't have to wait very long before being bombarded by spells. Made sure to answer with my own volley of arrows blazing with dragon fire. Still, the fight was tough. Having the sun whale there definitely helped, even though Quasar banished it whenever it got too close. Both Quasar and Tia barely gave us any time to breathe.
Seeing her again, fighting for everything she used to despise, made me so angry. I let my fury guide me and managed to lead her away from Quasar. Her movements were less graceful in undeath, and it looked like the water of the Astral Sea was clinging to her legs. I don't know what it was in the end, but our voices calling out to her, being so close to Cassiopeia, right before her weapon could swing once more, instead of pain, I felt her healing magic. And she smiled. She managed to shake off Quasar's control to help her friends.
Meanwhile, we were battling Quasar. I was leading the charge. I tried to draw his attention as much as possible. Well, Fable, Hex, and Boy supported me with spells. Hex kept Quasar from concentrating on any annoying spell for too long with a barrage of fireballs? You guessed it. Fable and Boy really got in the groove. Didn't know if I'd held out long without their healing and buffs. Heck, I'd attend a concert of them performing as a duo. Eventually, the tide of battle started turning in our favor. While we had each other as backup, Quasar was alone. And he was starting to get real tired. That was our opportunity. I called upon the flame deep inside me and let several pillars of dragon fire cut off any escape routes. I realized what Fable was trying to do. Suddenly, all the doubt about worthiness that had been eating me at me during the fight disappeared. I wasn't doing this for the honor or to gain the dragon's favor. Glory laughs in the face of legacy. Worthiness was never something that could be given to me. It was something for me to grasp. All I had to do was walk forward and protect my people. At that moment, I did. My slash struck true. Quasar never looked Quasar neither looked enraged nor shocked, just tired. And he dropped down to the ground and stayed down. I felt a bit sad for him. I didn't. Quasar made his choices, whether we liked it or not. And we earned that victory. We did. All we could do is stare at the battlefield, barely realizing it was over when we heard Clay crying. We turned to see him and Tia hugging as her bodies started to dissolve into bright speckles of starlight. The light eventually gathered in a bright sphere above our heads. And steadily it rose into dark distance, where it became brighter and brighter.
She became a star. I couldn't believe it. My Tia became a star. And she won't be up there alone. Together, her and the sun whale will guide all who are lost through the night. Knowing that, it might give me the strength to live on like she would have wanted.
Trust me, even if it feels impossible, one day the sun will rise and the happiness she gave you will outweigh the grief.
I look forward to that day, innkeeper. Until then, I just have to keep on trying. There's so many wonders in this world. With her watching over me, I want to see them all. And one day, I might get to tell her about them.
That sounds so wonderful. I think all of us feel a little better with her up there. Couldn't agree more. So that means everyone should be able to get here sometime soon then? Huh? For the feast. Didn't think you'd actually agree. Can't think of a better way to spend an evening when celebrating with all my friends. Maybe even tonight? Well, we'll see when everyone has had their rest. We have time now, thanks to you all. Won't run out of drinks as long as you don't run out of stories. Oof, somebody's asking to get banned already. How dare you? I'm trying to get through the end of a game. You're out here doing nonsense. And banned. And you'll have to tell this epic tale a few more times before I grow tired of it. I'd like nothing more than that, innkeeper. I would like some barbecue. Yay! We did it! We made it through the entire game. I had to go on a little bit longer. Oh, there's a song.
Steps I've never tread, but if I get lost, I know I can return. There's a drink awaiting me at the tavern. Oh, if I get lost, I know I can return. There's a drink awaiting me at the tavern.
Are you noticing the people in the background there? For anyone who was just listening, little things keep flashing by. Yeah, there's the party. Or one of them. I was drowning in my doubt, but I learned to swim the deep. A chasm of fear, but I still took the leap. And if I get lost, I know I can return. There's a drink awaiting me at the tavern. Oh, if I get lost, I know I can return. There's a drink awaiting me at the tavern. Dragging me back home. My quest has led me far, now it's time to leave the road. I'll pull up a chair, rest this weary heart, and I'll tell my story from the start. Drink awaiting me
There's a drink awaiting me at the tavern.
Alright, I think that's about it. Thank you everybody who stuck around through this. I don't know if we'll play visual novel games like this anymore. They don't do super well, even though this was a nice cozy game that I enjoyed. I feel like a lot fewer people want to watch me do some sort of audiobook and they prefer a little more action. But, you know, if you vehemently disagree and you want me to keep reading stories like this and doing voices, I mean, I might be convinced. I don't know. We're probably still just gonna play whatever seems like the most fun at the time. Right now, that's Magical Delicacy. If you come back tomorrow, that's what we'll be playing. That's cute. They're making a little dollhouse. Anyway, stick around. I'll find somebody to raid. I'm wondering if I should quit because things keep seeming to happen here. And there's Baya going through a portal. You know what? I'm gonna stick around. We gotta watch all the pictures in the end. But when they stop, that's when I'll do something else. The game was like, the end, and then it went through all the Kickstarter backers, and here we are. We're in the S's, and there's a lot of them. Hey, there's my little dragon friend. And Andu. Also, this demon kitty, I don't think he ever actually went inside. I saw him outside a bunch. Oh no. There's infinite names. I was like, it's the Z's, it's the end. And now we've gone back to the A's. Who's this? Did Clay have a family? They all kind of look like him. I was wondering who that was. That's Inuko, shapeshifted into Voy. Oh hey, there's the feast. It looks a little vegan for my taste. But are those tacos? Ah, there's the meat. They're kebabbing. Yeah, and all the people are showing up. A lot of people keep getting onto the roof. It doesn't look like that easy of a climb. I just noticed Baya there. I thought she was a tree. Look at her arm. I love that it's double jointed. All the best arms are. I'm like, is there anybody else going to show up? Is that me sticking my arm out of the tavern door with the drinks? It's gotta be, right? There's Andu and a little crack in the chimney. That's cute. Alright, I think it's it. I think it stopped moving, and I think we gotta call it quits for today. I know. I'll play it for you sometime. Good night, dear. Welcome, Nexie. I hope you joined the Discord. Alright, now I'm gonna find somebody to raid for realsies. Gonna raid Jafaza. He keeps playing fun games. He's playing It Takes Two with somebody. I don't know who. This one would be too little.